Well, these are my two mowers, the ones I mow with mainly in summer. The one on the left is a 1967 Simplicity 627 Yeoman, and the one on the right is a 1977 Allis Chalmers 716 Hydro. The one on the left has a 32-inch deck. The one on the right has a 48-inch deck. Now, the one with the 32-inch, I actually bought it last year. Last year about actually this time. And I fixed it up, restored it. There wasn't really anything mechanically wrong with it. It just needed to be gone through and maintenance and oil and all that good stuff. Well, I got it. Used it to mow all last year, and you know what? I mow about probably about 3/4 of an acre is the yard. It took forever with that 32-inch. But it did a lot better stripes than the other one. That's actually a lot newer than this one. It was a Craftsman. I don't like those new ones. I like these old ones better. And personally, I prefer Simplicity and Allis Chalmers. Anyhow, well, then this last winter back in, do you think it was around New Year's? I saw this for sale on Craigslist. And, well, it took forever to finally get the thing. Between me having time and, yeah, the guy had it having time and all that kind of stuff. Well, yeah, I think it was actually a couple days before New Year's I saw it on Craigslist. Anyhow, so eventually I think it was in late March. I think it was March. Yeah, March. I think it was mid-March. I picked this up this year. Went through it. It has the one on the left, the 627. I repainted it. This one looks like it's a beautifully restored house. It's not restored. It's actually all the paint has been gone through. I took cleaner and polisher to the whole thing. The only thing that's been repainted has been the wheels, and the engine. Oh, and the black paint on the edge of the lift lever. But all the orange that you see is original. In fact, give it a little walk around of her. And see the hood. See, there's little chips and nicks in it still. I mean, 1977. I mean, it's been around. You can come back over here, you can see there's little bits of rust here and there. I have to clean that up a little bit yet. Open the edges up. I thought I had that unhooked. There we go. 16 horse Briggs and Stratton. This year it actually came with a Briggs, not a Kohler. It's a little bit rarer to have a Briggs in it. But I had them look up the serial number. It does say Briggs, not Kohler, for this year. See inside the hood, you see spots where it's rubbed and worn the paint off. Muffler could use a little paint. I did repaint that once. It needs a little more. I didn't do it thick enough. But that black there's been repainted, and these rims. But all the orange is original. Oh, and I just put that on there for the video. That's actually my, gonna be my replacement seat, because I'll show you guys the other one. Kinda tore up. I have to pull this one off and put this one on. And get a Allis Chalmers decal for it, because I should have one like that. In case anybody's wondering where to get decals for these old tractors, Vintage Decals. So it's a website. Just search them. They'll say vintagedecals.com. They're very reasonably priced. You send them a picture and the measurements, and they'll even make them up for you. I mean, they do good work. I've bought from them in the past. Like I said, I think the seat decal for this is $12.99 or something. I think that includes shipping. I mean, you can't beat that. Oh, and this is my 1967 Simplicity Yeoman. And this one's been completely restored. I did it last year. In fact, it got beat up this winter pretty bad. see. Chips in the paint here and there. I have to touch them up. The gas gauges, you can see there's water in it. In case anybody's wondering, there's a trick to getting the water out of these. These gauges aren't cheap. If you do, and I'll do a video on this, flip them upside down and just pour gas right into this little cup here. Let it run through, it'll pull all that water out. Both of these have water in the gauges right now, I think, because I just washed them off earlier. That one doesn't have as much as the other one. Like I said, this one right here, this has become my primary mower. And this one I use as a trim mower and to get into those places I can't get in with a 48-inch. I can get in with a 32-inch. Does have wheel weights on, you know. They're actually for the snowblower I use in winter. I just leave them on in summer though, because this thing doesn't weigh much at all. But if you've seen my other video on this, you know about all that. How it articulates in the middle. I just gotta show you again. Hang on, let me get a good angle here. Hang on. I can't do this one-handed. Yeah, I can't do that one-handed. But they actually articulate. If you watch my other videos, you'll see what I mean. But anyhow, yeah, 16 horse Kohler. It's a 716. It's actually pretty much the same as a 7016 Simplicity. Except the 7016 Simplicity had a starter generator right here, and this does not. This is a better setup. Yeah, headlights I got working. That was one thing I couldn't work on, was the headlights. You can see the instrument panel. Got your choke down there. Key switch. Yeah, I don't feel like starting it up. It's getting late tonight. I don't want to wake the neighbors up. Well, it's not that late. They're sure they're not in bed, but yeah. Anyhow, you can see the headlights. I just walk around to the front, take a look at them. They're pretty bright. One thing I have yet to do is put a rear light on it. I can get a 12-volt halogens. This mounts right there. That's for the factory. That's actually a factory hole for a rear light. If anybody has one, I'm looking for a Simplicity or Allis Chalmers rear tail light, the white one. If anybody has one of those, I don't care what kind of shape it is in, let me know. I'd be interested in buying it from you. Hang on, I'm trying to open the seat pan up on this one, one-handed. Hang on, I'm just going to sit you guys down and hold on a minute. Okay. There, you can see the hydro. I went through and I cleaned up the paint on here and I touched it up on the top. It's a good strong hydro. I repainted the back rims too. There's a little bit more of the rust here and there. It's in pretty good shape for its age. Got your hydrostatic clutch there. That's the gauges, the PTO right there. That's your throttle. Amp meter. Good little tractor. Does not have the sleeve hitch in the back. Now it is not missing the sleeve hitch. That is its original black paint on that hitch. So if you look in there, let's see if I can get a picture. Now you see in that hole, there's still black paint in there. That's the original black paint. It's the same in this side too. Did not have the sleeve hitch. That was an option you got from the factory. Now, most people, if they bought one this big, they had a big enough yard. Generally, they had a garden. They'd get a rototiller or a Brindley plow, something on that order. Well, this one does not have it. I'm not going to put one on it either. I'm getting, actually, the vacuum collector. It runs off the power takeoff. It hooks onto the deck right there. I'm going to have to make a bagger for it, though, because it does not have one. But everything else is there. But yeah, so I do a video on the two I mow my yard with. Like I said, I'm going to put the new seat on it here soon. Actually, it's sitting over on that one. Old Allis Chalmers. Both made in Port Washington, Wisconsin. In case anybody doesn't know this, some Allis Chalmers actually owned Simplicity. But the interesting thing is, Allis Chalmers bought Simplicity, and I think it was 1966. He's either 66 or 64. I think it was 66. They bought the Simplicity manufacturing company, and see, before that, all their Allis Chalmers lawnmowers were made under contract through Simplicity. So actually, if you have an Allis Chalmers lawnmower that's before, I think, 1966, could be 64. I'll have to look. I'll put that up on the description on the video if I 66 or 69 or 69. I know it's not 69. 64 or 66. Anything before that is actually made by Simplicity. Anything else is made by Allis Chalmers, because Allis Chalmers technically owned Simplicity. So, yeah, a couple good tractors. Oh, and this is a gear drive, by the way. But, yeah, that's it for this video. Hopefully I'll get one up on my B1 Allis soon. That's a 1961.